about this family that started off in the fair business, and then they went and opened a restaurant. This is Grammy's Goodies.
Coming to this place is like going to your grandma's house.
Because Grammy's is actually filled with Grandma's recipes, which Vicky Corder, her husband Jeff, and their kids first started selling at festivals. And when business boomed, they expanded to a full-fledged restaurant.
Jeff's Original Cannoli.
I feel like all the food here is larger than life.
Sauce and lasagna.
Have you seen lasagna that big?
Not before, no.
It's the cheesiest lasagna you'll ever eat.
What are we starting with?
My grandmother's
Okay,
Sunday sauce.
okay.
Olive oil,
Yeah.
pork ribs, and neck bones.
Any prosciutto?
No,
How did you know what that was?
because I'm Italian.
You call it prosciutto in Denver?
Call it prosciutto, because
Well,
I'm not
from
New
New
York. Garlic salt.
What's up next?
She made us put everything in the sauce in threes because it blessed the sauce. Father,
So one garlic.
Son, Holy Ghost.
That's a lot of garlic.
That's the perfect amount of garlic.
I thought so too. That's what I meant to say.
Onion, parsley.
What about the Father and the Son?
I'm saying it to myself.
I want to be in on it.
Crushed tomatoes, fresh basil, black pepper,
And salt.
Tomato paste goes in.
And a lot of water. And how long is this going to cook?
About 3 hours.
What's up next?
Nana's meatballs.
Is Nana different than Grammy?
No, I called her Grammy. My kids called her.
Nana.
It's half pork, half ground beef. Mix it together.
Now, she taught you these recipes by you standing next to her, or did she just throw you right in the mix?
She had horrible arthritis.
Oh,
so
really?
I was her hands. Chopped onions, soft breadcrumbs, basil, garlic,
You guys love your garlic.
parsley, Romano cheese,
Salt.
black pepper, and eggs.
How many meatballs will this make?
About that tray's worth.
Okay, good.
They're about 1/3 of a pound.
Ooh, we're really coating the pan up, huh? So we're not just gonna bake them, we're gonna also give them a little pan fry. 350 degrees, how long?
15 minutes.
Next up?
Whole milk ricotta cheese, black pepper, eggs, fresh parsley, mozzarella provolone blend, and Romano cheese.
How many layers are we making?
Probably 6.
Okay, just shout it out when you know the answer.
You make me so nervous.
I'm just standing there talking. Granted, I'm questioning.
The place of my origin.
Well, that we know is just a gigantic farce. Did you see how you're trying to kick me on Triple D? All right, Vic, let's see it.
Olive oil. We line our noodles up. It's got to be 7 by 7.
It's gotta be 7 by 7.
Sauce. About half the cheese on this layer.
How much of the sausage is going in there?
All of it.
That's a lot of sausage.
The family that makes it has been in business for 100 years. They were friends of my grandmother.
Got it.
Noodles.
Noodles again. Sauce again. Cheese again.
Meatballs.
Oh, this should be an interesting number.
A lot of meatballs.
Well, that can't be the real way, Vic. I think I'm being
12.
told a story. 12,
It's 12.
okay.
How many do I have in there now?
I have no clue.
Me either. Provolone. Noodles.
How long is this gonna bake? 4 years?
About 3 hours.
Whoa! That is a monster. Oh, the parsley made it healthier.
Yeah, eat your vegetables.
One small bite for man. So I know that this is the lasagna portion for the entire family. Lots of ricotta, delicious meatballs, tender pasta, dynamite sauce. You make this roll yourself also?
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. This is old school American Italian, exactly the kind of lasagna I would expect to go and get at Grammy's house. Dynamite.
Lasagna for Lou.
In each bite, you get cheese and meat.
Eggplant fries for the bar.
The eggplant fries are crunchy and tasty.
Everyone's sick of the same, you want fries with that? No, I don't want fries with that. I want these kind of fries because no one else has done it.
Now what are we making?
Eggplant fries. I'm gonna peel the eggplant first.
Glad I tuned in for this.
Cut the ends off.
Well, get all angry about it then.
Dredge them in flour, 2% milk,
Okay.
and some water, and then cracker meal.
And then into the fryer.
For 5 or 6 minutes.
We're gonna serve a sauce with this?
Yeah, we're doing a house-made marinara.
Give me the rundown.
Olive oil, heat it up some. Onions, shallots.
I mean, wouldn't you say it's something like shallot?
Saying how I did the black pepper.
Yeah, black pepper.
Sweating those out, then I got my garlic going.
Sweating to the oldies.
Now food mill, plum tomatoes.
Yeah. How fast can you food mill this to get it in there before the onions and the garlic burn below it?
Saporito tomatoes, super dolce, water. Now we're putting our sachet with fresh parsley and bay leaves. Salt and pepper.
How long is this gonna cook down?
3 to 4 hours.
All right, let's see it.
Sea salt here. Grated Romano, marinara, and garlic aioli on the side.
You gonna give me a ta-da or anything?
Ta-da!
I don't think I've ever had an eggplant fry. You wouldn't be able to tell me ever in a million years it's an eggplant. Got tons of crunch on the exterior of this. It's silky and smooth and like melted cheese on the inside. That's probably some of the best way I've ever had eggplant. That's really awesome. Thanks for introducing me to another fried thing that I gotta have.
The eggplant fries are amazing. It's a good mix of veggies and that fry taste.
Sauce is delicious. It's got a nice pop to it.
So I'm on the northern side of Boulder, Colorado to check out a pizza joint. And just like when I first pulled up to this place back in 2017, they're still rolling and stretching out the dough. This is Audrey Jane's Pizza Garage.
Drunken Vita up.
It's very unique. How many places have you been to that has jam on their pizza?
Bam Bam Piggy Jam.
Everything that they do has a very playful characteristic to it that I really enjoy.
The Boulder Italian.
We saw a guy coming here and we figured to give it a shot, and we've been long-term customers ever since.
That's no surprise. I knew once word got out about the flavors Audrey Kelly throws down, this place was gonna be hopping. You seen Triple D? They're gonna show up.
We need a bigger mixer.
Oh, you need a bigger mixer.
We need a
bigger mixer.
Hi, Guy.
Hi, stranger. How is biz?
We've been busy, you know.
You're still doing it on the same location?
You got it, yeah.
And why no more locations?
We like our little shop.
I see that you've got a little bit of a New York pizzeria look going with the slices.
Yeah, this town kind of needed a slice house. Green Mountain, I've got a 16-inch.
It's a little less traditional than something you would find in New York, but I think for the better.
Guy's favorite, Spicy Pig.
We got a Spicy Pig.
The Spicy Pig, it's a pizza to die for. The hand-pinched sausage is so good.
Okay, sister, where are we at?
We're gonna make our homemade sausage for Spicy Pig.
So you grind the pork.
Yeah. Sea salt.
Okay.
Grind up some fennel seed, calabrese chilies, and we've got some local Colorado honey.
Is the sausage going onto the pie raw?
Exactly.
Not her first rodeo.
Put our sauce on next. Got our mozz, natural casing pepperoni, some roasted jalapenos.
And you're gonna stick more meat on this?
Our sausage that we just made. We also get some chopped garlic, an extra virgin olive oil.
Okay, good. In we go to the oven at 650.
About 6 or 7 minutes.
Good looking pie.
Oregano on there?
Like we're blessing some spirits or something.
Exactly. All right, good to go.
The sausage is great. The Sicilian oregano is dynamite. The right size pepperoni, the roasted jalapeno, just giving a little bit of that heat. I can't find anything I don't like.
Next up, Spicy Pig 20-inch.
My favorite thing is the Spicy Pig pizza.
I think it has all the right types of meat, hits every flavor, you know, spicy, salty.
A perfect crust. It's just delightful.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you are getting a little Triple D history right here. This is the first time that the car has been in a parking garage. Well, where am I? I'm in downtown Boise, Idaho. And I'm in a parking garage because you can't park out front because it's an area known as 8th and Main where everybody is walking through and visiting restaurants and shops. Why am I here, you ask? Well, because I hear that there's a Pakistani Indian restaurant that is off the hook. This is Taj Mahal.
Lamb shank for G1.
Taj Mahal is the place that we come back over and over.
I'll lose samosa for you.
I mean, this is as close to what you would find if you went back to Pakistan.
This is Mom's home cooking.
Technically, it's Sohail and Farhat Ishaq's home cooking. And they're not only dishing out the flavor, but they're also teaching this Western town a thing or two about their native Pakistani cuisine. It's one of my favorite types of food, and we don't see it enough. I think it gets blended into Indian, Middle Eastern food. But what is the difference of Pakistani food?
Pakistan is more on the meat side, beef and lamb and goat.
Karahi goat is also ready. The goat karahi is very tender, really absorbs all of the flavors in the sauce.
I take the naan, dip it in, get all the juices into the naan, grab a piece of meat, just have at it.
What are we making first, chef?
Goat karahi. Olive oil.
Ginger and garlic, the raw onion.
Salt in it, cayenne pepper, turmeric, cumin, coriander, fresh ginger, bone-in goat.
Very lean, love the rich flavor of it. As you know, I raise goats. How long are we gonna cook this down?
Hour and a half minimum.
What are we making now?
Dough for the naan.
Okay.
Salt, baking powder, sugar.
Dry active yeast.
Water in it, cold milk, oil in it, and flour.
Now, how long are we gonna let this mix?
8 to 10 minutes. Portion it, and then we start making the naan.
Okay.
Flour on it. Now our dough ball is ready for the stretch
What temperature do you think this is at?
400 degrees.
400 degrees.
There you go.
Easy peasy. Now getting it off is a different story.
Fresh naan in here. Now we're gonna make the goat karahi. Habaneros, fresh serrano.
That's gonna be nice and not hot.
Fresh cilantro, fresh tomatoes, goat karahi, cilantro.
So the fresh naan, the karahi.
And you're in heaven.
Whenever somebody tells me that they don't like goat, I tell them, I don't think you've had goat prepared the right way.
When we started serving goat, people had no idea how delicious this meat is.
The fresh naan, there's just no beating that.
Everything we eat with naan.
Morning, naan, and night.
Check this out. It takes me coming all the way to Boise, Idaho to find the largest Basque population in the United States. Now, the Basque are an ethnic group with their own language and history, and they come from provinces spanning the border between France and Spain. Now, they've got their own style and definitely their own cuisine, and that brings me here to the Basque Block in this joint, Bar Guernica.
Lamb kebab croquetas.
It's like a Basque Boise secret.
I like the Basque food. I like lamb.
You got grinder up?
This is one of the most authentic.
Look, it wasn't the Basques when you come.
If you're in Boise and you haven't had Basque food, you've been living under a rock?
Pretty much.
So Basque food is what kind of food?
It's comfort food, simple ingredients, good home earthy cooking.
That Chef May learned in 10 years of working with the original Basque owner. And then you bought it?
Yeah, I bought it last year.
And he's keeping the tradition going with all kinds of Basque classics.
The croquetas, they're probably the most amazing food here.
The garlic soup is just so good.
And especially this marinated pork and pepper sandwich called a salomo.
It's a really great one.
This is a traditional Basque dish?
Traditional Basque. We're going to start with some choriceto peppers that we've reconstituted.
Choriceto? I don't know that I've ever seen a choriceto pepper.
Sweet pepper. A lot of the old timers brought over seeds.
And then we're gonna make a sauce out of it, I take
Yep.
it?
We run that through the food processor.
Now run it through the food mill?
Get the skins and the seeds off of it.
So you get this sauce, and this is gonna go where?
A center cut pork loin. We're gonna add a little bit of salt to it.
Granulated garlic?
Pour the pepper sauce on there.
Pepper sauce on top of it, marinate it, and then...
Yep. We're gonna marinate it overnight.
You're making them all the time, you have them for the next day?
Yeah.
So cut slices off it?
Yep. Throw a little olive oil down. Fry that up.
I love a flat top. These are pimentos.
They're cooked with sauteed garlic, salt, and a little bit of sugar. Add a little pimento juice.
I'm digging that.
We're ready to put a little more pimento juice.
It's a nice looking baguette.
There is some good bread here in Boise.
Really?
Pimentos on there. Good stuff.
Take a look at that. Look at the juicy goodness dripping out of there. Wow. Right on, man. You got sweetness, texture, tenderness of the meat, a nice, sturdy baguette. That's great. Solomo.
Salomo. Yeah.
So long, Solomo.
It's one of my favorites here. I have that a lot when I come.
I always get a slow-mo. It's great.
All right.
I just really enjoy the food, all of it.
He has some good authentic dishes.
Croquetas.
You've grown up with this.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's a mainstay.
Especially on this block.
And they do call it the Basque Block.
This is the Basque block.
Why Boise?
It was just a pipeline. Someone came and said, hey, come herd sheep with us, and all the Basques came.
So you see lamb on the menu.
Like the homemade lamb stew, marinated grilled lamb,
And lamb kebab.
Interesting spices. It's delicious.
and a big favorite here,
Lamb grinder.
We sell a couple of hundred of those a day. So this is just our little take on a lamb sandwich. We're gonna start with some trimmed out boneless leg of lamb. Add some salt,
kosher,
a little granulated garlic, black pepper, a little white wine.
just enough to throw some flavor but not wash off the seasoning.
We throw this in the oven, 400 degrees, 90 minutes.
Big quarters here.
Tight fit.
Do you have to get measurements on people before they get a job cooking here?
Yeah. Pull the lamb out of the oven.
Oh, that looks good.
Halfway through, added a touch more wine. All right.
So you get all the fond off the bottom of that, make a little gravy for this?
Little au jus, exactly.
So that's got the salt, pepper, a little bit of granulated garlic, and the white wine.
Yeah.
And also the drippings from the lamb.
A little red wine flavor.
A little beef stock.
And then a little water. We'll let that cook down for just a little bit. Saute up green peppers, onions, mushrooms, a little cornstarch.
Tighten it up a bit.
Yeah.
So we've got the au jus, onions, peppers, and mushroom.
A little sherry.
And lamb.
Slices here. That's just the best part.
Something so simple, seasoned so mildly, tastes so awesome.
Yeah, it doesn't take much. A little bit of love. Layer that on. Cheese. A little bit of sauce on there to help melt the cheese up.
A little steam, throw your bucket on top. I like the way that's looking, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dig it.
Give you a little sauce.
Oh, we do get au jus on the side.
That's the only way.
That's delicious. Cooked the lamb perfect. Juicy, nice texture. Oh, really tender. Great flavor. But the kicker here is the au jus. Man, that's nice. Nice job on that.
You know, you just can't go wrong with it. It's just right.
This is all I ever eat, yeah.
They do an amazing job with it.
Sandwich with Mike and Kara.
Favorite thing on the menu?
Grinder.
And you drink this crazy drink with half red wine, half soda?
Cali Mochos.
It hurts. But it might be just the thing to wash down this weekly special.
All right, guys.
Folks are packing in for.
I'm not making this up. This is tongue.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this container, tongue. When we come back.
You want a bite?
So welcome back. You ready for this?
What's in the pot?
Marvelous beef tongue.
You came back for this. To Bar Garnica in Boise, Idaho, where real deal Basque cooking means marinated pork, chicken croquetas, grilled lamb.
Quite authentic.
Authentic, you think?
I would look at the use of tongue just like that with liver. Living in poor times, your family raised the one cow, you gotta figure out something to do with everything.
Exactly. So this is just a way to not waste any of the meat.
Right. What was it doing in the pot?
Well, we boiled it for about 4 or 5 hours, kind of get it a little more tender, skin it.
Okay. Whoa. It's really,
Pungent?
Mm-hmm. How did it become part of the menu?
The former owner's mom used to make it every Saturday, so it's just been a tradition. We usually start serving it about 11:30, and most of the time we can run out by 1,
Oh, I bet
2 o'clock.
you do.
Just want to slice it up a bit.
It's like tongue bologna.
We're gonna add a little bit of kosher salt to it, some granulated garlic. Just add a little more flavor.
That tongue knows flavor.
It's all about good grassy flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now we got it breaded, so we're gonna put a little flour.
Please tell you we're frying this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Please tell. Oh, good.
A little oil.
Is that just gonna be the egg on the outside? There's no more flour?
Nope. Good.
Hold back.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, it is. It's like French toast tongue.
Oh, watch out.
Oh, burn! Oh, I gotta go home and leave. Traumatized. So what happens here after we fry these up?
We're gonna put this in a sauce. Olive oil, crushed red pepper, onion and garlic puree, tongue bits, some of the chiricetta pepper sauce, like ground up into it, salt, paprika, tomato sauce, a little tongue marinara. Sits there, marinates kind of with the sauce.
Oh, it's good. It's good. I'm driving.
All right.
Eyes are bigger than my tongue.
Ooh. Yeah, they're rolling off the tongue today.
They are. It's hot, I bet. Let it cool down. Wow.
What do you think of that?
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
The tongue, that is tender. It's like roast beef. The paprika, tomato, garlic sauce is off the chain. Yum, yum. Down goes the tongue. Really good sauce. This is the owner's mom's recipe that she used to do down here.
Oh, yeah?
So when people come down, they're getting it the legit way.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's absolutely delicious.
It's a specialty. It's heaven.
Slow-mo's ready?
What I like about the food here is the best comfort food.
And it's like coming into a friend's house.
We have guests from all over the world. We bring them here.
This is a very interesting restaurant, you know that? I still tell you, though, lamb grinder. Can I eat my tongue? Can I have spicy lamb grinder, please?
Yeah.
I'm here in the Bluebird District of Denver, Colorado. Now, they call it that because right down there, that's the Bluebird Theater that opened in 1913. Anyhow, here to check out a place. Let's see, it started as a bar, then they added in a pizza joint, then they added in a biscuit place. So, now we've got ourselves Fat Sully's Denver Biscuit all under the roof of the Atomic Cowboy.
When we started, I mean, we were a whiskey and PBR bar.
That was it.
That was it.
But this South Florida native wanted to taste of home in the Mile High City. So he brought in his buddy, Chef Jonathan Larson.
So you're like biscuit badasses.
Yeah.
Like this hot mess of a barbecue pork sandwich.
And the Elmer.
So let's fire up some biscuits.
All-purpose flour first. Some cake flour. We got buttermilk powder.
Buttermilk powder, really?
Yeah. A little salt, a little sugar, a little baking powder, and then the secret, cream of tartar.
Really?
Yeah, just works. And we gotta grab the grater. We have 3 of these.
This is Darth Grater?
Yeah.
Frozen butter.
Frozen butter.
I want to do the push.
Okay, I'll hold.
Okay, look at that. It's like a butter cotton candy machine.
Yeah.
So that's it.
That's for right now. Now, we're gonna add our buttermilk, yogurt, and some whole eggs. It has to be incorporated for about a minute. So we're gonna mix up the biscuits.
Okay. And now we're gonna just add a little bit
more flour. It's about 2 of these cups. It kind of varies. That's it.
Mixer's out of the way, now time to roll.
Time to roll.
Okay. Look at that. It's like a sleep system pillow.
We cut it in half. I'm going to just knead it.
So what do we got going here? We're gonna roll it again?
Yeah, we're just gonna get it kind of into a rectangle. So we're just gonna keep rolling out. You can see the butter still's right there. You gotta check it, make sure. Ooh, yeah. Not very, yeah, not yet. It's the right consistency.
Yeah.
And we punch and cut them, go straight down on them.
Oh, that is a monster. Maybe it is gonna be a mile high.
Take a little pan spray. Now they're gonna go in an oven, 350 degrees for 18 minutes, convection oven.
All right, off to the oven. Holy biscuit mania. Look at the size of this thing. What's it gonna hide behind it? Didn't know it was there, did you? Is that flaky goodness or what? Wow, that's good. We're gonna put more in this?
Oh yeah. Start with our pulled pork, throw it in the hot pan, and we just made tomato water.
Just something to rehydrate it with?
Rehydrate it. We had a little barbecue sauce that we made. Then we just pile on the pork. Then we do our house-made pickles, a little house-made coleslaw, then crispy onions.
That's a mountain of trouble. Is everything this big?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
How do you eat it?
Fork and knife.
Is it?
Only way.
Wow. The biscuit is so tender and so flaky and light. Then you did a really nice job on the pork. The rub, the smoke, a little tomato water gig.
Yeah.
And the barbecue sauce is eccentric. Chef, well done.
I'm here in Boise, Idaho on Bannock and Capitol. You show me a town like this where you got a college, you get 4 seasons, and you got a lot of people that love to eat. I'm gonna show you some dynamite restaurants. This is SLG, St. Lawrence Gridiron.
Got your wings set up coming over.
Good down-home cooking with a little bit of a southern twist.
2 brisket platters.
We love the food. The cocktails are great.
Cocktails are great.
That's really what it is.
That's really what it is.
We really like the atmosphere, so that's what really drew us in. The food kept us coming back.
And that's just the kind of thing Dan Watts was going for when he bought the joint back in 2020. So he brought in Chef Tyson Mann to help it live up to its name. What's SLG mean?
St. Lawrence Gridiron. St. Lawrence was the saint of chefs, fire, and food.
The Montes are ready for the brunch potatoes.
The Monte Cristo is delicious. This is such a different version of it, savory and the sweets.
Now what are we into?
Pulled pork for our Monte Cristo. We want to put a spin on it that's unique to us.
So we're gonna take a Monte Cristo and we're gonna stuff it with pulled pork.
Absolutely.
You're a gangster. Boneless pork butt.
Salt and pepper.
That's it.
That's it.
Are we gonna let this set up for a little bit?
For about 30 minutes before we put it on the smoker.
How long?
6 to 8 hours.
What temp are we running at?
Maintain 200 the entire time.
And then we'll shred it. What's up next?
Very coolly. We're gonna start with blueberries, raspberries, water, sugar, salt, red wine. Simmer this for about 20 minutes.
Got it.
Blend it.
Hit the xanthan gum, tightens it up, and we're good to go.
Yes.
Next up?
Monte Cristo batter. It's basically a French toast batter. Milk, eggs, baking powder, AP flour.
I don't make my French toast batter with AP flour.
I'm gonna thicken it up. Lemon zest, orange zest.
So the batter's done.
And we'll grab our bread.
Dredge it flat top with the pulled pork.
And bacon.
And then now I see cheese is gonna get involved. Swiss and cheddar?
Yes.
My son Ryder, this is his kind of sandwich. Savory and French toast at the same time.
Very coolly.
It's impossible that you could make this sandwich and then my 17-year-old could teleport from Northern California all the way here because he could sniff out. It's like a magic show. All right, Piglet, you wanna try some?
Yeah.
1 minute it's salty, then it's chewy, then it's sweet, then it's crunchy, then it's cheesy. There is a lot going
There's
on.
a lot going on. And mine's made with grilled cheese, like pork, like French toast sandwich, so it was amazing.
Yeah, the Kool-Aid, that makes it. That's Coolio.
Here are these Monte Cristos for you, gentlemen.
The Monte Cristo is the perfect brunch item. This balance of the pulled pork that's inside of it, plus these thick slabs of bacon.
And I think the batter is really important too.
It's thick enough it almost feels like a grit. It's absolutely perfect.
You're a therapist. Talk to me about your emotions and feelings on this Monte Cristo with pulled pork.
I'm feeling all sorts of emotions. I'm loving it.
So I'm here on South Broadway, about 10 minutes from downtown Denver, Colorado, to check out a joint with a great story. Now, check this out. The chef, she came from Buenos Aires, Argentina, 12 years ago. Now, she's got an empanada empire. This is Maria Empanada.
Caprese.
Nothing compares to Maria Empanadas.
You really feel like you're in a little part of Buenos Aires. Vámonos, me dice.
You can feel that it's made with passion.
And determination. All from owner, Lorena Canarovisi. So how did you get from Buenos Aires to here?
I just grabbed $300, a backpack, and 3 words in English. Hi, hello, and ciao.
Ciao? Ciao's not in English. And how did the empanada empire start?
Because I miss it a lot. And I didn't find any empanada here in Denver. So I need to make it.
And does she ever? Since opening the joint named after her mom in 2011, she now cranks out, get this, up to 1,500 a day.
You would think there's an army back in the kitchen making empanadas.
How authentic are these empanadas?
They could learn in Argentina.
That authentic.
Beef empanadas.
I love the beef empanada.
Ground beef, onions, peppers, seasoning, wrapped in like a turnover pastry. It's amazing.
So,
we are going to make the dough, and we will put some salt here. Right?
Baking powder.
And the margarine.
All-purpose flour?
Yes.
Okay.
Now we will put some eggs and water.
This is gonna mix up how long?
Around 10 minutes. We let it rest. We grab the baby.
What'd you just say?
My baby.
Okay, so now you take the baby.
Okay, and then
All
we
right.
take it to la máquina.
This is the Empanada Express.
Yes.
It keeps disappearing to the end of the table.
Don't worry, don't worry. It will come back. You like it?
That's awesome.
Look how beautiful it is. And we do like this. And that's the empanada dough.
And now we're gonna make the
Filling.
The filling.
This is corn oil, okay? And then we put some onions. We have red peppers.
Okay, next.
Ground beef.
Who taught you to make empanadas?
My mom. So we put some salt here. Look at this. Pepper. Crushed red pepper.
Cúmino.
Muy bien. And this is pimentón, Spanish paprika.
Not spicy?
No spicy. We are going to let it cool.
Okay, what are we gonna make?
Chimichurri.
Chimichurri?
Sí. Parsley, red pepper.
Wait.
What?
This is chimichurri with red
It's
pepper?
chimichurri, the authentic one.
Oh.
Okay, come back. Garlic. There we
I
go.
like garlic.
I love
Okay.
garlic.
Salt and pepper.
Pepper. Then we have some pimentón. See?
Okay.
Then we have crushed red pepper. There
Ay.
we go. Vinegar, oregano, and olive oil. Beautiful olive oil.
How long do we let this set up?
3 to 4 days.
Now we make the empanadas.
Let's do empanadas.
Okay.
Vamos. We grab a disc that we made before. We put some olives, some of the filling that we made.
So each one gets this fold over.
Yes.
If you look in the dictionary under empanada, that's what it looks like. That's impressive. A little egg wash.
Exactly.
We bake them at what temperature?
375, 10 to 12 minutes. So empanadas are ready. Are you ready?
Listo.
Do you like it?
Little more than like.
Oh, I like it too.
There's a subtlety. A subtle flavor, a subtle texture, just a uniqueness, not too spicy. You gotta have the chimichurri. It's light, little flavor, little crust, simple. That's what an empanada is supposed to be. Excellent job.
Thank you.
Very good.
Easy to eat, great flavor.
It's delicately done, very savory.
The chimichurri sauce is the ultimate compliment.
Can I get the beef classico, please?
When you look at that case, you just want to dive in and eat them all. You don't want to leave.
Great, thank you.
People ask me about diners, drive-ins, and dives, and like, what are the places? This is it. You got a character, you got a story, and you got great food.
Thank you.
You know what people have been asking for a lot lately? Vegetarian. And if you know anything about me, about my family, about my sister Morgan, we love vegetarian food. And this is Sweet Melissa.
Bar's filling up. Get ready to be slammed.
It doesn't really matter if you're vegetarian or not. Everyone is just very into Sweet Melissa's.
Buffalo cauliflower wings.
Melissa is fabulous at changing cauliflower or mushroom or black bean into something that just is unique.
And for over 2 decades, Melissa Murphy and her husband Mark Ziers have turned surviving into thriving with their restaurant, bar, and food truck.
We just thought, probably won't make it, but let's give it a try.
You went from, I hope we make it, to 22 years? Congratulations. Are you vegetarian?
Yeah.
Both of you?
No. I respect the diet, and I eat it at home.
Right.
And here.
Selling 2 lentil loaves for table 6.
The lentil loaf's amazing. If you didn't know, you would have thought it was meatloaf.
Doused in ketchup just like growing up.
It comes with mashed potatoes and a mushroom gravy. It's delicious.
What's the first dish we're gonna make?
A lentil version of a meatloaf.
Do you understand that I get mental for the lentil?
Excellent. The first thing we're gonna do is mash some potatoes. We pre-cooked some Yukon Gold, some salt and pepper, almond milk, and melted vegan butter.
What's our next step?
The mushroom gravy that goes on top of the mashed potatoes. Olive oil, and then onions. Cremini mushrooms, black pepper, tamari.
You can have it today, but it's also good tomorrow.
Water that we use when we boil the potatoes.
Thickens it up. You also get the flavor. Ta-da.
Cornstarch slurry.
It'll tighten up.
Let this cook for about 30 minutes.
Next, we make the meatloaf?
Yeah.
Okay.
Olive oil, onions, potatoes, minced celery, and carrots. Little garlic powder, black pepper, sea salt, crushed red chilies. Soaked lentils, and our veggie stock. It takes about an hour or so for it to cook.
Okay.
We're going to do the next step for our lentil loaf. The lentil mixture we just cooked, a little bit of Tabasco, poultry seasoning, tamari, crackers, cheddar cheese.
And that is a fair amount of egg.
That's how it works out for us.
Okay.
It's going into a loaf pan.
Ta-da.
Yeah.
And a little spray?
Yeah.
Just had to freshen up.
Bake at 350, about an hour and 15 minutes. We're gonna slam it out of here.
Okay.
Slice a few slices, crisp it on both sides, steam it just a little bit.
Okay.
Mashed potatoes, mushroom gravy, top it with some of this tangy tomato sauce.
And what's in that tomato sauce?
Ketchup, brown sugar, Tabasco, and mustard. Stick this up in the salamander just to heat up that sauce.
All right. This right here is like the most tender, moist meatloaf you could find. I mean, it's got great texture, it's got great chew. Love the little bit of crust that you put on it. The vegan mashed potatoes and this mushroom gravy. What I like is how creamy you're able to get them without the dairy. And the kicker to the whole thing is the ketchup, brown sugar, mustard, Tabasco sauce. Really delicious.
Mashed potatoes and gravy going down for the lentil loaf.
I'm a meat eater, and I don't feel like I'm missing that meat at all.
On top of that, she has great mashed potatoes. It's just to die for.
I think there's a big argument by people of what's America's favorite food. Well, back in the day, it was hot dogs and apple pie. Then people would say burgers. My son Ryder would say, of course, it's pizza. But I don't think anybody can argue one of the favorites is chicken wings. I'm here in Laramie, Wyoming, where an ex-diving coach is going to the high deck on making dynamite wings. This is Double Dubs.
Almost there, we got the wings.
These is my favorite in town. I don't let too much time pass without eating them.
Wing special with barbecue.
It's the detail that goes into the recipes. It's down to every little ingredient that he picks.
12 Krampus.
Perfect. Trent was a diving coach at the high school, and he used to cook wings for all of our coaches' meetings, and then he got his first truck going.
But the truck couldn't drive Trent Weitzel into the mother of all wing competitions, the National Buffalo Wing Festival in Buffalo, New York.
He wouldn't let me in just because I wasn't a brick and mortar.
But one of Trent's regular customers, former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen, turned out to be the game changer.
As soon as Josh became the quarterback for the Buffalo Bills, I was like, do you know Josh Allen? Well, he's a really good friend of mine. He loves Double Dubs.
Josh, you're the man, dude. And so you go and compete finally?
I was actually the first person to win 4 awards as a Rookie of the Year.
Well, congrats, man.
12 Spicy Blue, number 17.
The Spicy Blue 17 just represents Josh Allen's number in football.
Josh Allen loves Spicy Blue when it's here.
What are we making today?
We're doing the Spicy Blue, which is a buffalo blue cheese sauce. It's Josh Allen's favorite sauce.
You didn't name it after him? You sell way more if it was called the Josh Allen sauce. All right, well, what are we making first?
A house salt blend. This goes in 90% of all the sauces. This is kosher salt, celery seed, black pepper, garlic salt, celery salt,
and onion powder.
And then we just blend it.
All right.
Now we're gonna make the blue cheese. So we got mayonnaise, sour cream, blue cheese crumbles, Salt blends. Okay. The blue cheese sits and steeps for about 24 hours.
And who taught you how to cook?
My ProStart teacher.
ProStart's an amazing program put on by the National Restaurant Association Educational Foundation. Something I've done for years. Next step, what are we on?
Dry rub. We have dried habaneros. So we blend these down.
Seeds, stems, the whole enchilada.
Chili powder, cayenne pepper, ground habanero.
Got it.
Onion powder, kosher salts, black pepper, garlic salt, celery seed. Blend it back up. Now we're gonna make our Spicy Bleu 17 sauce. We got melted butter in here, blue cheese crumbles, blue cheese dressing.
Then this death sauce.
It's really good. Oh, there's nothing hot about that. Then we're gonna whisk it to get the blue cheese melted. We add our house hot sauce.
So this cooks down. How long do the wings fry for?
8 minutes to get super, super crispy at a little bit higher temperature.
I am a well-done wing guy. Nice and tacky.
Blue cheese crumbles on top.
Delicious. Wings are nice and crispy. Juicy, not dried out. You want to get both those flavors. You want to get the acid and that funk of blue cheese and the creaminess, but then you also want the spice and the heat of the wing sauce. You put the two of them together, makes it another level of a creamy sauce. Josh, I agree with you, man. Real deal.
Spicy Bleu, number 17.
It's creamy, it's got some heat.
The blue cheese and the hot sauce makes them a little bit tangy.
Legit?
That's it, for real.
I'm here in the Highlands neighborhood, about a mile from downtown Denver, Colorado, and about a mile away from Citizen Pictures, the folks that happen to produce Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. But don't let those details confuse you. I'm here to check out a joint that I hear has the most real deal, off-the-hook, outrageous bar food you can find. This is Highland Tavern.
Stupid burger in the window.
Much more upscale than what you would consider a local bar.
Not a Philly.
The attention to having higher-end ingredients in a dive bar feel.
Just what owners Brian Somatino and Andy Stutz had in mind when they bought this old joint. The building we're in is an old Coors Brewing building?
Yeah, built in 1901 by Coors.
It's been a bar pretty much from 1901 till now, minus Prohibition.
So they kept the suds flowing and hired fine dining chef Jeremy McMinn to build up the menu.
Every dish has a little something added to it that just makes you remember it.
Like a pork shank braised in ancho chili, spare ribs glazed with Dr. Pepper, and house-made pastrami he's dropping on this killer sandwich.
Bombshell!
It is just marvelous. So I assume from pink salt and a big fat brisket, we're gonna get into some kind of corned beef or a pastrami or something
we're
along
making some
that line?
pastrami.
Okay, get it going.
We're gonna trim this guy up.
Just taking enough off that it doesn't become messy.
Yeah, trim done. We're gonna cut this in half.
There we go.
All right, we got kosher salt, some brown sugar, white sugar, some pink salt. Got some honey going into this. Dump our water in here. Sachet bag. Got some pickling spice, garlic in there. We'll bring this up to a boil. We're gonna cool this brine down.
I really like how this cleans out the system.
Cool this down with some ice.
So you go about 50-50, so this will cool it down because otherwise you're gonna poach it. And you're gonna let this brine for 7 days?
15 days.
15 days?
15 days.
Wow, this thing's gonna be neon pink.
Yeah. Weight it down with this plate.
There you go. I love it. Off to the walk-in?
Off to the walk-in.
Great. All right, so we've brined, rinsed it off. Now go with the dry rub.
Granulated garlic, ground coriander, and ground black pepper. Give this a little stir. Apply the rub liberally.
It's a good-looking rub. Now, how long is this gonna go here on the Big Chief?
We do it for about 4 hours.
I mean, the flavor's in this. The curing process is done. Now we're just gonna put some smoke flavor to it, and then for the final process of serving, you're gonna steam it for service.
Correct.
Okay? So you're pulling it from the smoke. Now we're gonna finish the cooking process in the steam, in the oven for how long?
It's about 3.5 hours.
Okay.
This is gonna go on the walk-in and cool overnight before we slice it.
Okay, so we're in the thick of things now. I should probably just try this for scientific reasons. That'll be fine.
Very scientitious. Okay. First, we're gonna butter and toast our rye bread. And drop our pastrami. Put our Swiss cheese down. Pastrami jus. Milks that cheese right into it. Rye bread gets a little brown mustard. Pastrami's hot, cheese is melted. Goes on the sandwich. Plate this up over here. Those are hot. Over medium egg, if you're smart. Gets a little slaw. It's a bombshell.
That's a new tattoo right there. Wow.
Chew. Breathe. I know.
I've eaten at some of the greatest delis in the world, and that's about as righteous as you'll find them. Awesome. It's the right mustard. The meat's super tender, not too much smoke, not too much pepper coriander, not too salty. I mean, just a package deal, man. That is an incredibly righteous pastrami sandwich. Excellent job, brother. Congratulations.
Thanks.
I've never had anything like this before.
This is by far one of my favorite sandwiches around.
Good people, really good food, just a wonderful place to be.
It's almost like having a party at home. Everybody knows everybody knows the bartenders.
In fact, the place is so local, owners Brian and Andy plucked Jeremy from a bar stool.
He was a regular. He lived about a block away. Came here after work to have his beer to go home, and I asked him to be the chef, and he said yes.
That was like hitting the lottery.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they hit the jackpot when Jeremy showed he could tackle the Everest of bar food.
Tavern tots.
The homemade tater tot.
By far the best things I've ever found in my entire life.
Do I need to freeze dry them? Do I need to dehydrate them? What exactly?
Eventually, I just gave up and we made up our own thing.
All right, well, let's see how you do it.
We're gonna cook the potatoes. Cold water. We're gonna bring these up to just barely a simmer.
Okay.
And then even the heat out on it and just let them sit. It usually takes about 40 minutes until they're al dente.
Al dente, but no, okay.
That's probably a pretty good description.
So do you have a timer on this?
No.
Awesome. No. So there's a variable here.
Yeah.
All right, so we got our partially cooked potato that's just cooked enough that it'll still make shreds.
Yeah.
So hash brownish.
Okay. Hash brownish, yeah.
There you go. Ooh, this is like snowblower. So if you're a breakfast house, you would die to have hash coming out like that. A little bit of grit to it, so it's not completely finished. And this is the foundation.
That's it.
I love it. Now what's the process?
Now we gotta mix in our dry ingredients.
Salt.
Salt, granulated garlic, granulated onion, cayenne pepper.
Nice. The key is there's a lot of nooks and crannies to all that, all those different pieces of potato. So the more evenly you can distribute this.
Okay. We're gonna add tamari to our eggs.
Really?
Yeah.
So that little bit of egg's gonna help bind it.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Are you guys excited at home? Now, we're gonna form these, freeze them, form them, set them up.
Form them and drop them.
Like it's hot?
They will be hot once we've dropped them.
Okay. What size tot do you make?
It's about 1 1/4 ounce.
Okay. Cook them on 350?
375.
375.
GBD. That's golden brown and delicious.
I pick it up.
A little salt on these. There it is, smaller tots.
This is the moment. Good separation. Looking good so
That's what
far.
you're looking for in a tot.
Out of all the house-made tots I've had, mine included, that's the most tot-alistic. This is ridiculous. Way to hammer that out.
Thanks.
World Triple D. That's probably one of the best, if not the best rendition of a homemade tot.
Thanks.
Nice job.
Thanks.
And great seasoning. Watch out for this guy.
I like to think of them as like tots redefined.
This will ruin tots for everywhere else because they are really just the best.
I'm here at Jackson, Wyoming, about a half block off the town square, right in front of the Pink Garter Theater. Now, back in the day, this was the theater that you came to catch a musical or a play. Now it's where you come to see some rockin' bands. And speaking of rockin', locals around here tell me you want some rockin' pizza, you gotta go to the joint right under the theater. This is Pinky G's Pizzeria.
These pizzas are the creation of chef and owner Tom Fay, who came back home after culinary school and opened this joint in 2011.
When did you get the brainchild to open up the pizza joint?
Knowing that we needed to fill a niche in town, serve pizza by the slice, and just...
So no one was doing pizza by the slice?
No, just needed to be up to par. We needed some good pizza in town. Funky chicken.
I love the funky chicken pizza. It's probably one of the most delicious pieces of pizza I've had.
Time to get down with the funky chicken.
Starts with the chicken. Chicken breasts. Some fresh chopped basil.
A boatload of garlic.
Lemon slices. And oil.
So how long are we gonna let this marinate?
24 hours.
24 hours into a sheet pan, then in the oven. And we're gonna cook it at this 525?
575.
575. All right, how long we been in?
25 minutes.
That smells awesome.
Dust the peel here.
Is this a cornmeal and flour?
Yep.
You hand throw all this?
Hand tossed. It's the only way to go.
Whoa!
Hey now.
I like that. Okay, first up, pesto.
Fresh basil pesto. Mozzarella cheese. Another roasted chicken. Artichoke hearts.
Red onions.
And ricotta cheese.
Here we go.
575.
For how long?
10 minutes.
Look at that. That's not hot at all. When the pesto's boiling on the pizza, note to self.
Let it cool.
Let it cool, fool. Roasting the chicken with the garlic, outrageous. Making your own pesto, over the top. A little bit of that ricotta coming in, creaminess, saltiness. How did you come up with the name Funky Chicken?
Funky Chicken is just one of my favorite dances.
Oh. There's one other person that I know that Funky Chicken is one of her favorite dances. Let's get Aunt Polly on the phone.
Hey, honey.
Hi, Aunt Polly. How are you? I'm at a joint in Jackson, Wyoming, and they have a pizza called the Funky Chicken.
No way.
Can you give me a little Funky Chicken?
Sure.
Okay, here we go.
You ready? How funky is your chicken? How loose is your goose?
All right.
Thank you, Polly. Thank you, Polly.
So I'm here in Fort Collins, Colorado, about 60 minutes from Denver, and here at the home of Colorado State University. Now, I'm here to check out a joint that's got a lot of character. Let's see. This team of four worked together in one restaurant, and then they took off to open their own joint that they like to call your neighborhood eatery. If you're looking for a good time, this is your place. This is Restaurant 415.
2 pork chops up.
It's eclectic, it's different, it's vibrant, it's fresh.
And the gimme sandwich.
The food is phenomenal. The drinks are great.
Black IPA.
A lot of it's organic. A lot of it's grown around here.
Brussels sprouts.
And it's the people that really make this restaurant so amazing.
The four cats behind this joint, Andre Mouton and his daughter Amelia, along with their former co-workers, Seth Baker and Sean Olander, banded together to become co-owners here in 2012. This looks like a made-for-TV movie, all right? She's the chef, he's the gangster, and he's the college boy, and Dad pays for it all.
The cast of characters that work here are always just thinking outside the box.
Woodland pizza.
Their entire pizza list is just full of creative options.
Americano del Sur. Garbanzo beans on a pizza?
This is the first time I've ever had pizza with tomatillas.
What are we gonna make?
The Americano del Sur. We're starting with our pizza dough, fresh yeast,
A little sugar for it to chew on.
olive oil,
Okay, so the yeast and the sugar coming together.
kosher salt, organic local flour, water,
So we'll let this go for what, about 15 minutes?
10. So our dough is all ready.
Now we take out the captain.
Maybe. So I hear you're a pro at weighing things out.
Oh, yeah. Tell me what we're going for.
6.4.
6.4? 6'4". 6'6"?
Not bad. You're hired.
Okay, so now we're gonna make this pie.
We're gonna start with olive oil and fresh garlic. And That's a lot.
Raw tomatillos.
Yeah.
Okay, this is different.
Garbanzo beans chopped up.
I've made a lot of strange pizzas. This might take the cake.
A little bit of cumin seed, cheddar cheese.
Okay.
Fresh jalapenos.
Was it a dare to make this?
No.
And then we go, 8 minutes.
Yeah. Fresh cilantro to finish it off, and that'll be it.
Never in a million years would I have thought of taking a tomatillo, slicing it thin like that, and letting it cook off in 8 minutes. I love the bite of the tomatillo, the acidity, the freshness, it's still a little bit of crunch. Jalapeno's great. The garlic's not overwhelming. Meatiness of the garbanzo, I'm telling you, that's a spot-on pizza.
The Americano del Sur, just the right amount of classic pizza flavor with a twist. Off the hook. Off the hook.
So I'm here in the center of it all, right downtown in Colorado Springs, Colorado, right across from Acacia Park. Now, I'm here to check out a funky burger joint owned by a local family that has a name that you just won't forget. This is the Skirted Heifer.
They've got the double build your own burger.
These are gourmet burgers. I can't think of anything better.
Gobble, gobble, turkey burger up.
I've probably gained 10 pounds since they opened.
That's just since 2014, when longtime restaurant owners Kevin and Suzette McGarry opened this burger joint and named it after their signature item.
Ready for that skirted heifer?
Really unique, the way they melt the cheese over it and make it look like it has a skirt on.
How did you learn about it?
By watching your show.
There you go.
But the skirt's just one page in the playbook around here.
They're very unique with all the different type of burgers they come up with.
All right, here we go. Here's your hangover.
It's got cream cheese. It's got peach with bacon.
And the Blood and Mary sauce. It's an excellent burger.
We're gonna make you a burger. We do 1/3 pound grass-fed, grass-finished beef.
All the way from Finland.
All the way from West Cliff, Colorado.
Are we gonna season that?
With our focaccia salt. We've got egg, too. Do you want me to keep that off?
Thank you. I really
Farm
appreciate that.
We've got bacon, homemade focaccia bun, cream cheese.
Cream cheese is for the hangover, how?
Cream cheese, bagels, everything you'd eat in the morning on a hangover.
Captain Crunch will be on there in a minute.
All right, our Bloody Mary sauce.
You gonna get some fries?
Yeah, brown sugar, kosher salt, a little bit of cayenne. That sugar makes people go,
Those fries are gangster. All right, that's a big burger. There's a lot going on here. Let me tell you something. Go ahead and have a fry. You wanna buy the burger? Come on, break all the rules. We're doing it all here at the Skirted Heifer.
Oh, my God, that is so good.
Can I get you something to drink?
Now I'm on your napkin.
Burger's dynamite.
With an attitude of keeping it local.
You can eat it with a clear conscience, knowing that the cattle is well treated.
Is this some of your beef?
Yes.
That's dynamite.
Our own beef amazes me every time I eat it, but when I come here, it's triple amazing.
All those little points make this a great burger joint. It'd be awesome.
Thanks, guy.
Keep an eye on this one. Triple D, we've been to every state in the country. We have been to the big cities, and we've been to the small towns. And wait till you hear this story. A husband and wife team, well, actually, a husband and wife team and their kids. Well, actually, it's a husband and wife team and their kids and his parents are serving up comfort food to the good folks of Laramie, Wyoming. This is Jay's Prairie Rose Cafe.
Philly cheesesteak going down.
They treat you like family here and good home cooking.
And enough to feed a guy your size?
Oh, yeah.
I got the load of hash.
It's just a fixture in Laramie.
And Jason and Anna Eichbush have 3 generations working to keep this community fed.
Dad helps and Mom helps on the weekends, and I have my older kids cooking.
You got a whole family affair going on here.
Getting sausage on the tower.
How do you describe what is going on here at the Prairie Rose?
Hometown diner. Jay's 7220 burrito.
The 7220 burrito is named after the altitude of Laramie. The filling in that is hash browns, sauteed vegetables with this slightly spicy green chili.
Start cooking, good looking.
We're making our pork rub
For our pork.
For our pork.
And this is all going for the $7.992 burrito.
7220.
Dang.
Start with our chili powder, ground cumin, a mess of kosher salt,
A mess now.
brown sugar, granulated garlic, paprika,
A good amount of cayenne,
onion powder.
black pepper, and dry mustard. Throw it in a little braising. What is apple cider vinegar?
It's a mixture of water and liquid smoke.
All right, so hit that with the dry rub.
I like to go in a convection oven, about 4.5 hours.
What's the next step?
We're gonna make our famous green chili. Start by seasoning the pork. Garlic powder and seasoned salt. Butter in our pot.
I thought that was orange juice.
Just a little bit
So
of butter.
just a touch of butter.
Yeah. So we got our ground pork, diced onions. Let this cook 15, 20 minutes.
Okay.
When we're done making this roux, we're gonna add it.
Which way? I got it.
This is just water, chicken stock. This is the base to the green chili. Diced tomatoes. You can't have green chili
Without
green chili. Jalapenos, garlic, cumin, chili powder, paprika, black pepper, and some seasoned salt.
This will cook down. Pork and onions will cook. Then we'll add the flour, make the roux, dump it in, the whole thing will be done.
Yeah.
And this is the chili that goes on top of the 722.
7220.
7220. Son of a... By the end of this, I'll get it right. All right, let's get started.
So we'll have our hash browns on the grill. This is our pork. We know it's done.
When the bone comes out,
it comes
hey, here's
out.
a souvenir for the kids.
Pull our pork, little butter, diced green peppers, diced onions, black beans. Normally we'd do an egg here, but since we're doing a guy-friendly dish,
Guy-friendly.
warm our flour tortilla to make it pliable. Load that into our tortilla.
Jay's Prairie Rose, known for these small portions.
Absolutely. Our hash brown, cheese.
And you think that that's gonna roll up into a burrito?
It would.
And now the green chili.
Cheese on top, some chives.
And all right, let me finally get some counter time.
That's a pretty good napkin.
I got it right there, am I good?
Looking good.
Pork is delicious, nice and tender and juicy. The green chili, brother, that is comfort food 101. I mean, that is welcome to Laramie. Have a nice day. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
If you leave here hungry, it's your own fault.
If you leave here hungry, it's because your jaw's wired shut. All right, excellent.
Loaded 7220 up.
I travel all over the world. I've never had green chili better than the green chili they have here.
It's very savory and flavorful. Okay.
Welcome back. Having a great time hanging out at Sidewinders in Jackson, Wyoming. This Marine right here, this aviator, has got his hands full with a scratch-made joint and a really cool sports bar. And now we are going chicken pot pie. This is real deal because we're taking it from roasted chicken all the way through.
Absolutely.
You the man.
We have our own rub for the chicken, thyme, oregano, parsley, little celery salt,
little mustard,
bushberry pepper, cayenne.
Wow. A red chili flake and granulated garlic.
Mix all this together, and then we just take this mixture, just rub it on.
Getting some under the carpet there, aren't you?
Yeah, under the carpet. Over.
Now, are we gonna let this set up a little bit before you cook
let
it?
this set for like 2 hours in the walk-in.
Then in the oven at 350, hour and 15 minutes. Bring it out.
Let it cool, then we take skin off and pull it.
Pull all the meat, save the bones, make the stock. That lives in the house that Joe built.
You got it.
Gosh, I like the way you roll.
Now we're gonna make the filling for the chicken pot pie. So we start with some olive oil,
some mirepoix,
white onions, fresh garlic, celery, carrot.
Sweating everybody down.
Then we take our white wine. We bring this up to a slight boil and then just bring it down to a slow roll for about 20 minutes. Then once they're translucent, we'll add our mushrooms. Let this sweat down some more. Salt, pepper,
basil,
oregano, parsley, cayenne.
There you go, buddy.
Stir that in. Again, let it heat up.
Chicken stock?
We make our own chicken stock. Bring it up to a slow boil.
And next up?
The roux, cowboy roux.
Cowboy roux?
That's what we call it. Because we're the cowboy state.
I've never heard anybody name their roux. Kanga roux.
Just mix that in, get everything coated real nice.
We had nothing for that?
Heavy cream. Go mix that in again. Reduce it down about a third. Potatoes. Pulled chicken. Stir that in and simmer this for about 15 minutes and she's ready to go.
Puff pastry on top.
A little egg wash.
Okay, in the oven, and that's it.
That's it. 6 minutes.
Got it. Look at that. Good looking pot pie. You know, there's something about chicken on the bone to make the stock from the bone. There's such a depth. It's creamy. Love that you got the mushrooms in there. Not a ton of crust.
The veggies are tender, but you get some real texture out of those carrots and the celery. Dynamite.
Thanks.
Watch out for this guy.
Chicken pot pie.
There's a lot of really tasty things inside of it.
It's creamy, has a great crunch on the crust up top. It's hearty, it's great.
This is a destination restaurant, but you do want to come here. It's just a wonderful place to come.
You named the joint Sidewinders after something that was so major in your life, being a pilot in the Marine Corps. So I could understand why, when you're going to do something to that degree, you're going to make sure that the food has that much respect as well. And you really have shown that. That's not typically what you find in a sports bar. Nice job, Joe.
Thank you.
Really nice job. So I'm right off of Pearl Street, about a block away from Pearl Street Mall. I know that sounds confusing. When you're in Boulder, Colorado, ask anybody. They'll tell you how to get here. Anyhow, you'll love this place. Tons of shops, all kinds of restaurants. Mexican, Italian, German, Nepalese, you name it. But I'm here to check out one joint in particular. It's got super yummy street food. The one and only Zo Mama.
Hot steak already.
This is traditional. I mean, this is authentic.
This is it. It's straight out of Mama's cookbook.
Mama is a very special person.
She's the life of the place. She's the heart of the food.
And her love of cooking led Anna Zo to come out of her retirement and join her son Edwin in this personal adventure.
This is a place that's making what Mom wants to make, how Mom wants to make it.
Yes.
And where's your family originally from?
My mom's from Taiwan. I was born in Taiwan, but my father's from northern China.
How do we explain the food?
Homestyle Taiwanese and Chinese street and homestyle.
What are we gonna make today?
My mom's homemade steamy bun.
I've had steamy buns from all over the nation. These are one of the best. It's full of meat, very pronounced flavor.
Let's start.
Yeah,
okay.
please.
Yeast, the water, the salt, sugar, the flour.
Organic high gluten, okay?
Oil.
And do you have to drag your mom out of here?
Yeah. She works way too much.
So we'll let that rest.
30 to 40.
30 to 40 minutes, and in the meantime, we'll make the filling?
Yeah.
So everything is done with induction?
Yes, because it's more comfortable for my mom. Otherwise, it would be a really hot kitchen. I didn't want that for her.
On all the Super Sun stuff, okay? When Mom's watching, you know what I'm gonna have to go through?
The oil.
Okay.
Onion.
The green onions?
The whites are the green onions.
Yeah.
I like the whites of the green onions.
Ground pork, cooking wine, salt, the sugar, 5 spicy powder.
5 spicy powder.
Yeah.
And ginger, okay?
Sweet paste.
Sweet bean paste.
Yeah.
And celery, right at the end for a little crunch. Okay, I like this. You could serve that in anything. Hurry up and make these before I eat all the filling.
Okay.
Just gonna be portioning them.
She didn't have to measure it twice. This is where the magic happens, ladies and gentlemen. Rolling it, turning it, twisting it.
I was thinking of it as a really accomplished DJ.
It's, wicked. Yeah. I mean, she makes that look like child's play. This is gonna go right into looking like a soup dumpling.
Bigger.
Ah, look at those, they're gorgeous. How long will this steam?
15 minutes.
15 minutes?
Yeah.
What's up with this one?
One more?
I'm kidding. One's good. What are the different sauces I have here?
This is a crushed chili, and then this is ginger onion, and this is one of my favorites, the Sichuan peppercorn.
You okay?
The bun's ridiculous. Ridiculous. This is light and fluffy and tender. Then this one is the
chili paste.
Like sambal?
Yeah.
Kryptonite, right there. Yes. I am weak in its power.
One more? Okay, sure.
Look at that. Oh my gosh, delicious. Well done.
Thank you.
It's fluffy and flavorful.
Pork on the inside is fantastic. A little bit of spice.
This all right? Oh, thank you.
I'm looking for elevated bar food at a joint that's serving up something called Barnchos. This is Born in a Barn.
Chili cheese fry app in the window.
There's burgers and wing joints all over the place, but this place sets the standard.
Smoked wings, Carolina sauce for you.
The atmosphere, the service is wonderful.
The bar's really fun.
Whether you're wanting to party a little bit on game day or just looking for a meal.
The food is like amazing, like the nachos.
Barnchos up.
I love the Barnchos. That's my go-to usually.
You have those crispy pub chips that come fresh out of the fryer. Then you get that smoked pork in with the queso.
That's an appetizer for our whole family. Everybody enjoys it.
What are we making first?
Just the basic rub for our pork shoulders. Salt in first, pepper, brown sugar.
The emphasis on the brown.
Paprika, onion powder, granulated garlic.
Dry rub it. Let's go to the smoker.
225, and we smoke 18 hours. Shred it up,
All right, what are we making?
This is our house-made queso. Heavy cream.
Emphasis on the heavy.
Easy melt cheese. Pepper jack. Little Swiss.
And that's it.
Now we're gonna make our barbecue sauce. Good old molasses. Good old molasses. Honey. Brown sugar. Yellow mustard. Apple cider vinegar. Worcestershire. Dark rum.
Yes.
Black pepper. Dark chili powder.
Kitchen sink is next.
Clove. Allspice. Liquid smoke. That base cooks down, then we add that ketchup. That's our sweet and smoky barbecue right there.
Okay.
We're gonna do our hot buffalo.
Again on the flat top.
2 pounds butter in there. Cayenne, ghost chili powder, celery salt, paprika, crushed red pepper, hot sauce.
Once they're cooked down, we'll mix them together for the sauce for the Barnchos. All right, let's talk about these. Those are some of the crunchiest potato chips I've ever had in my life. How many rinses do they get?
3, and our brine is ice cold water, white distilled vinegar, and kosher salt. Let that rest at least 24 hours, then we'll fry them. A little seasoning, toss, that's our base. Now we're gonna build our Barnchos, our shredded pork, bacon, hot queso. I gotta get every chip a little love. Our pork, a little bit of bacon on top, cheese, diced red onion, a little jalapeno, the spicy barbecue. That's Barncho.
Dude, the barbecue sauce is awesome. The cheese sauce, delicious, not too much. Good smoke on the pork. Love the big chunks of bacon. I thought that I was going to find the hole in this. I can't even make a hole in this. I've been digging into this thing for a while. Those are legit. Shut the front door, back door, shut the barn door.
Cheese and Barnchos.
The queso is delicious, and that spicy barbecue sauce adds a little bit of kick in there.
They're not stingy with the meat, so you're always gonna get a good portion.
I don't know that I could finish that with 3 friends.
I don't think I could either. Do you want some?
I'm just coming out of my food coma from when I had them.
Chicken mac entree, ready for pickup?
Their chicken, the fries, everything, like, this is the best place.
It is the spot in Laramie, bar none.
When it's something as simple as a burger or the Barnchos, if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it right from the very beginning elements, and you're doing it.
I gotta see some chicken dumplings. So how do we make it here?
We bake the chickens for Wednesday. We have baked chicken on the menu. My dad wanted to incorporate leftovers into an entree, not to waste the food, so he started doing chicken and dumplings.
Cram everybody in.
Put a little water in the pan to kind of braise it, and I'm gonna coat it with a little margarine so that the seasoning sticks. Salt, black pepper, chili powder, brown sugar, a little paprika.
Pop in the oven.
350 for about 1 hour and 20 to 1 hour and 30 minutes. Pull that out, drain it.
That'll get shredded, and we'll start building the gravy.
Yeah.
Got it.
We're gonna start off with a little margarine, melt that down, saute a little celery. We're gonna do a little onion.
When he says little, he's little.
A lot of garlic. You're getting a lot of the seasoning that's already been in here.
In the chicken.
Yes, the leftover drippings from the baked chicken. Stir that around. After all the vegetables have been sauteed, gonna add some water to it. More garlic.
Very nice.
We like the garlic here. Black pepper, white pepper, poultry seasoning, which has got, you know, a little sage.
The sage, big key.
Mix those seasonings, add a little chicken base.
Chicken flavor and salt.
The next thing we add is the chicken.
A lot of big flavor coming out of the bones and the skin.
Yep. Boil the chicken for about 45 minutes to 1 hour.
So you're gonna cook in this and fortify this stock.
Yep.
Strain that out so you supplement what you have left over from Wednesday.
Exactly.
Got it? Now we've got our clear stock ready to work with.
And now we're gonna make the dumplings.
Dig it?
I do my all-purpose and self-rising.
I'm wearing black, you have flour, I'm gonna stand back. You're using a combo, because all-purpose wouldn't rise, it would just make a hard rock.
Sprinkle a pinch of salt.
Please tell me that is straight up lard.
Oh, this is straight up lard.
Yes. This is where you're gonna get that real unctuous flavor. We're basically making biscuits. We're gonna cut that lard into that flour and tighten it up with some ice water.
Yeah.
We got the right consistency here. Now we'll flour the board, roll it out, make the dumplings.
You got it.
You got a rolling pin, son?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Look at that. How long has that been around? It says it right there. It says legally stolen from Abe Lincoln.
And it's important we put a little extra flour on them because it helps the stock thicken up.
You're not too worried that it's exact size. You just want to make sure they don't stick together.
Yeah.
If you look at this little square right now, this thing's going to become about that big around. It's going to be awesome.
Add these in here. Got to stir them immediately.
Right off the bat, it'll stick.
You got it.
Look how they start to puff up. I want to eat that.
Cook for about 15 to 20 minutes. Then when there's about 10 minutes left, we're gonna add the chicken. So the chicken heats back up. Just take the whole pan, dump it in there. Why not? Good to go.
That's how we do it. Oh, man. Oh.
It's thickened up real good.
Look at that. That's a good-looking dumpling right there. That's about as old school as you're gonna find them.
All right.
Some of that roasted chicken in there. I'm just stalling so I can shovel it all in. It's a nice day out. These are good spoons. Creaminess, tender chunks of chicken. I almost finished the whole bowl in that time.
Good
Nice
stuff.
job,
Appreciate it, man.
I love Colorado. I mean, they got so much going on here, especially the food scene. I mean, who could forget Fat Sully's? Give me some pie. Then you got Lauerkraut's. Love that place. So there's no doubt that these guys got a Korean restaurant, and not just any Korean restaurant. This one's off the hook. This is Dae Gee Korean BBQ.
Kimchi chicken.
If you want authentic Korean food, this is definitely the place to come to.
Beef torso.
This is just overwhelmingly delicious.
You get to come here and cook it on the grill, and it's just an experience.
I'll eat everything they put in front of me.
Which is just how owner Joe Kim wants it.
Someone says, okay, I'm gonna go to Dae Gee. Oh, that place you...
Pig out.
There was a few things I was expecting him to tell me. Pig out was not one of them.
But that's exactly what his customers have been doing since he and his mother-in-law heated up the hibachis in 2010.
What makes it so dynamite?
All you can eat.
Unlimited barbecue.
Every different kind of meat you can imagine they bring out.
It's just covered with sides. There's nonstop food coming.
You just keep eating, and it's awesome.
What are we making first?
We're gonna make the beef bulgogi first.
What does bulgogi mean?
Pul means fire, and then kogi means meat.
Fire meat.
Yeah. We got the water.
This is the sauce for the bulgogi?
Right. The garlic, the onions, pineapples. Got the apples.
Apples?
Yeah.
Okay.
The soy sauce, sugar, black pepper.
Sesame oil?
Yeah. And most importantly, soju.
Soju.
Kind of Korean spirit. Yeah.
So you gotta put it in there now?
Yeah.
Okay, what meat is this?
A ribeye.
You slice it thin. How long are we gonna let that marinate?
12 hours.
12 hours?
Yeah.
What are we making next?
Chicken bulgogi. Some garlic, soybean oil, sesame oil, ginger, black peppers,
sugar,
soy sauce, and soju.
So you just put a little bit in?
Yeah.
Over the chicken.
Yep.
24 hours.
Yep. Next, we're gonna make the Dae Gee sauce.
Dae Gee sauce.
Dae Gee sauce.
So this is like the house sauce.
House sauce.
Kind of like the Korean Thousand Island.
Exactly. Put it on everything. The soy sauce, the vinegar, sugar, soybean oil.
Okay.
Add some corn syrup.
That's what you use in your hair, huh?
Oh yeah. Sesame seed and Korean red peppers.
And that's the bags of Korean red pepper you have up there.
Absolutely.
I'll be stealing them.
Yeah.
Next step, what are we making?
Kimchi.
Is that like the French fries to the burger?
Absolutely.
So first,
The Napa cabbage. We're gonna cut into fourths. Salt it.
wow, you got that process down.
And let it sit for 12 hours.
Now let's make the marinade.
Gonna add some onions, garlic, a little shrimps.
A little shrimp.
Scrimps.
Squimps.
Yeah. Add some daikon radish. Ginger.
A little bit of rice just to tighten it up.
Yeah. Some seafood broth, fish sauce.
And then some of the
Korean red peppers.
that I'm stealing.
Yep. Then we're gonna add some sugar.
Okay.
We get the cabbage. It's already been rinsed and strained. And then just kind of go at it.
Where did you learn this?
My mother-in-law. She had a restaurant in Hawaii for about 15, 20 years.
What's next?
We're gonna make some kimchi pancakes.
Of course we are.
Yeah, yeah. This is a kimchi that's been fermenting for about a month right now.
All right. And this is just one of the side dish items that comes out.
Correct.
Little tofu,
Yeah.
jalapenos, and the onions.
You right? As soon as that's pureed, add some sugar, some Korean red peppers.
That's what's in your hair. I knew it. Egg,
Yeah. Some potato starch.
potato starch,
Yep. Then we're gonna add some flour.
AP,
Yep. All right.
and these are gonna get fried up.
Sauteed, yeah. So actually, there's another side that we're gonna make, which is a fish cakes.
That's awesome. We'll eat next week.
All right, we got the wok. Heat that up.
There's some BTUs, baby.
We're gonna add some onions, some green onions, carrots, jalapenos.
Okay.
Add some garlic. Stir that a little bit.
Fish cakes.
Soy sauce, some black peppers. Add some sugar. Yeah. Corn syrup, seafood broth, crushed red peppers, and then Korean red peppers. Top it off with some sesame oil. And that's it.
If you're a meat eater, you should definitely come eat here.
Protein heaven.
You can always find something that you like, and if you like something, you tell them to bring more.
You're involved in what you're cooking, and you can socialize and enjoy food and share it with everyone.
If you're gonna have a haircut like that, you better back it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Legit, buddy.
All right, man.
Legit.